Hey, how you doing today? Today, I just want to talk a little bit about my last video. I put it out about 6 days ago, 7 days ago, obviously longer depending on when you're watching this. And it turns out that since I put that video out, a lot has changed. It was really our first weekend in an active market. So we're kind of seeing how things are shaking out already. I talked a lot about in that video about how there was low inventory last year. I kind of thought that was going to be the same this year, but I thought, more inventory would be coming. I talked about how rates are still historically low, but they're probably going to be going up. I thought that it was going to be a tough time for buyers, multiple offer scenarios, and basically just in this first weekend since I put that video out, a lot of those things are already coming true and seem to be coming true. First, rates have already gone up a little bit. They're still predicting they're going to keep going up. Inventory is low. It is, there are multiple cities and towns across Massachusetts where they have single digit listings, double digits are like 10 to 20 at most. And there's still a huge buyer pool. So we're going to get into all of that, my thoughts on what happened this past weekend and what I think is going to happen moving forward. So just getting into this last weekend, I had multiple clients offer on different properties up on the North Shore, South Shore, and in Boston property in some direct suburbs. Thus far, I'm over. We're hoping to turn that around. I still got a couple that I'm going to hear about tonight. But right now, we have lost out on multiple offer scenarios. We are losing on situations where there are double-digit offers, and these offers aren't 10. I'll tell you that much. We've heard 20, 30. I talked to some other agents at Compass that are hearing 30 plus. A brokerage down on the Cape talked about how they had a listing that had 150 showings at it and 51 offers. So the buyer pool is still there. They are hungry. They are looking to get something. They are active right now. And all these offers are no contingencies, no home inspection, no mortgage contingency. They're essentially, a cash offer. Maybe they're still getting a mortgage, but they're not putting that contingency in there. And they're also going, well above asking price. I'm hearing $100,000 north of the city. We clients offer $50,000 over asking price, and it went above that. So we're hearing $100,000. I heard about $200,000. I even heard about a $300,000 over asking price to get something under agreement. So it's just been a crazy weekend. We're still kind of learning the results of this past weekend and where it's going to go. What's causing this pandemonium in the market? We talked about it last week, or talked about it again this week. There's still just no inventory, those single digit numbers in a lot of towns. There are a lot of buyers, likely a lot of carryover from 2021 and possibly even 2020 of people that have been waiting to get something, or they've been submitting and they haven't been getting something. For whatever reason, they're still here in 2022. So we got carryover, and then we have new buyers that we're just kind of, let's wait until after the holiday season, get our pre-approval, and then we'll hit the ground running. So there's just a ton of buyers, and there's just no inventory. There's far more buyers than there are inventory, so it's creating a bunch of bidding wars. And again, the historically low interest rates that have gone up and forecasted going higher, it's kind of created a perfect storm of buyer demand, and that's where we are now. In addition to this, I just kind of want to talk to buyers, and I wanted to talk to sellers about what you can do right now. Obviously, if you're already working with a real estate agent, hopefully they're guiding you on how to stay calm and how to get through this, and eventually, you will get something accepted, whether that's now or 3 months or whatever. Hopefully, they're helping you out with that. But what should you do? What I'm suggesting, what I'm telling my buyers, and just letting them know how the market is. Start looking below your budget. If your budget's $1 million, you probably want to be looking in like the $800,000 to $900,000 range, if not lower, so that if there's a multiple offer scenario, you can move up. You can bid higher and get something accepted. In that same vein, taking your wants and your needs list and getting rid of something. If you really want a 2-car garage, you might have to settle for a 1-car garage right now. If you want to be in, for instance, Hingham, you might not be able to get into Hingham for a couple years, buy somewhere in between Hingham and Boston, and have a 5 to 7 year plan of when you can move to Hingham. Be patient. It's gonna take some time. Eventually, inventory is gonna start going up, and but when that happens, it won't be as competitive. There won't be as many offers on each house. You'll have better luck then. Don't be timid. You need to submit stuff. I know it absolutely sucks. It sucks for your agent. It sucks for me as a buyer's agent. It sucks for your lender. It sucks for everybody when you're submitting a ton of offers and you're not getting accepted. It beats you down. You just have to keep your head up though, and you have to keep submitting, because if you don't submit them, you're not going to get it accepted. So just keep the head down, keep submitting, keep looking at stuff. In that same vein, take breaks. Take a weekend off, turn your Compass application notifications off or your Zillow notifications off. Turn them off for a weekend if you need to, if you're feeling a little burnt out, and come back to it the next week or however long it takes for you to feel better about it. Chances are you might miss out on a property, but mentally that might need to be the break that you have to take. The longer you wait, if interest rates are going to keep going up like they say they're going to, which I do think they are, you are going to be losing buying power. It could, if a rate goes up a half a point or a full point, you're going to be losing tens of thousands of dollars of buying power. And then that 2-car garage that you might have been able to afford, you now can't afford, because house prices are still going up because they're being bid up. Remember what I always like to say, time in the market is better than timing the market. That $450,000 house that gets bid up to $500,000 is going to be listed at $500,000 in 3 months, and then it's going to go above that. So if you just get in, if you get the place that you like or love, it could be a short-term plan or a medium to long-term plan, get in there. By the time you exit, you will have made a good investment. What to do if you're a seller? Honestly, sell. Seriously, do whatever you can. If you have somewhere to go, and sell. Get your house in the market in the next 30 days, sooner if you can. Take advantage of this buyer demand that is out there right now. You don't know when the mayhem's going to end. You don't know when 51 offers are going to stop happening, when it could go down to 5 or 2 or 1, and you don't have any offers to pick from. Don't get me wrong. I don't think that this is happening in the next month or two. It could. You never know what's going to happen. What do they say? Make hay when the sun shines. The sun is shining, make some hay. If you have a friend or a family member, your folks are still around, you have somewhere to move into, take advantage, sell your house, maybe rent for a year or two. Try out moving back into the city if you're kind of that empty nester right now, and rent in the city. And you can rent something really nice, and then in a year or two, you can make the switch to buy or get your second home elsewhere. With that being said, the city market isn't quite as crazy. We're still seeing some multiple offer scenarios, but it's actually a really good time to be a buyer in the city. There's a pretty decent amount of inventory. So if you're living down on the South Shore or North Shore and you have a house that you've been thinking about getting rid of, now's the time to do it. Take advantage of the market in Boston. Get yourself a really nice condo, or if you're lucky, a single family home somewhere in the city that you can move into, get back into the nightlife, get back into being in the city, and kind of cash out of that house that you've been sitting on for however long. Chances are that if you can get your home listed in the next 30 days or less, or more, you're gonna have multiple offers over list price if it's listed correctly. We had a sales call this morning. We were discussing, how do we list a house, and people were saying, list 10 to 20% above what the comps are saying, and that should level out a little bit. So the money is there for you to cash out on. It's just a matter of finding out where you're going to go and creating a short to long-term plan for that. Now, to close out here, updated forecast for 2022, multiple offers on every home. Even homes that need work right now are getting multiple offers depending on where they are. I expect we're going to continue to see a lot of waived contingencies, no home inspections. That's the number one thing we're probably going to see waived. I think we're starting to see more mortgage contingencies waived. That's much more of a case-by-case basis and depends on who the buyer is, but we're going to see more of that. So multiple offer situations in every home. I think we're going to see a lot of frustrated buyers. We saw it last year. Chances are we're going to see it again this year. As I mentioned earlier, just kind of keep your head down, keep submitting offers. You're going to get one eventually. Don't get burned out. For sellers, joy, celebration, laughing all the way to the bank. As long as they don't have to become a buyer immediately. That's not to say that, you know, people aren't getting offers accepted. Obviously, in these multiple offer scenarios, someone is getting their offers accepted. It's just a little bit hard right now. I think rates are going to go up, as mentioned. Home prices are going to keep going up, especially the way this first week of the shakedown. I think, you know, they're definitely going to keep going up. Inventory is going to come with time. Eventually, people will start listing their houses, and those inventory numbers will start building up. But for the foreseeable future, it's going to be a hot one. With all that being said, let me know your thoughts. Comment down below, leave a comment. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you're looking to take advantage of this hot seller's market and you own a home right now, I'd love to talk to you. If you're not in a market that I work in, I have a great agent referral network all across the United States. I'd be happy to connect you with someone in your market. If you're a buyer and feeling burned out and you're already working with an agent, give me a call. I'd love to discuss how myself and my team are helping our buyers by creating inventory for them. And if you're, you know, just thinking about buying a house and this all sounds absolutely terrifying to you, give me a call. We'll talk through it. I'll get you prepared. We'll set some proper expectations so that when the time comes or as you enter in the market, you are prepared for it. Give me a call, shoot me a text, shoot me an email. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've got an Instagram at phayeshomes. Be sure to follow there. That's it for today. I will catch you next time.